What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? We have some big breaking news. I originally didn't plan on doing a live stream today, but as it looks like, Khamzat Chimaev has just missed weight for the UFC 279 main event. Um, let's just quickly settle in for a minute. We'll just see if everything's okay with the live, then we'll get into details with everything that's going on. Right, so there we have it. Khamzat Chimaev has just missed weight, 7.5 pounds overweight. He weighed in at 178.5. Unfortunately, he was smirking and smiling when he made his way up to the scale just a few minutes ago. And he will be given an extra hour to make the weight. Let's just be honest, man. He's not cutting 7.5 pounds in an extra hour. Even with the extra hour. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. The worst thing that could possibly happen from here onwards is if Khamzat Chimaev sort of, no, if the UFC decides to make this a catchweight fight. Just change the title of this live stream. Right before I was starting the stream, Chimaev hadn't made weight, and I just was about to start the stream, and that's exactly when he stepped on the scale and he missed weight. So settings. Hmm. Yeah, so we have it. Khamzat Chimaev has missed weight. Should change. Just give me a second. It's crazy, man. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Yeah. So the worst thing that could happen from here onwards is if the UFC decide to do a catchweight bout, because to be honest, Khamzat, I think, already had the size advantage over someone like Nate Diaz. I don't think Nate was exactly in shape or maybe preparing as much as we thought he would be. He came out and like told the media that he just wants to get out, not exactly keen on preparing for this fight. So yeah, the worst that could happen from here onwards is that if the UFC decides to make this a catchweight bout. Let's see, can I change the title for this? I think I can. So we will wait till the extra 1 hour, obviously, and then we'll see what happens when Shimaev steps up on the scale once again. But honestly, this is not good for Khamzat Shimaev, honestly, because he was on the verge of possibly the biggest win of his career. I mean, I know it's a stretch, but let's be honest, we all expected Khamzat to win this fight against Nate, and definitely would have been the biggest win of his career. And with the victory here, he would have been guaranteed a title shot. But now that he has missed weight, I'm not sure what happens next. Like, obviously, he's not getting the title shot, that's for sure. I mean, it was pretty obvious that the UFC were planning to give Kamaru Usman the rematch against Leon Edwards, but now it looks like Khamzat Chimaev has just blown his opportunity to get that title shot. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not even sure what's going to happen with this fight. But yeah, I will be sticking around for this extra 1 hour, obviously, to just to see how everything plays out. Mm, 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 mm. Let's go. I mean, lots of reports and stuff, news coming out on Twitter, rumors coming out on Twitter, and the last that I saw, apparently Nate Diaz was not interested in fighting, in taking this fight anymore. He was not interested in progressing with this fight because Khamzat had missed weight, and that's such an Diaz thing to do. To be honest, I mean, I totally expect him to leave the UFC without even fighting his final fight. So yeah, if that's the case, that'll be a complete Nate Diaz thing to do. It'll be a shame if we don't get to see him fight this week. Because honestly, there is no way the UFC is going to book Nate versus Tony Ferguson in these closing few closing last few days. Honestly, so that's not happening. Khamzat weight 178. Khamzat Chimaev steps on the scale 178.5, missing weight ahead of his UFC 279 main event. I didn't exactly plan on doing this live stream today, but I was actually in the middle of preparing for a new video, which would have been basically a prediction video for UFC 279, but I'm not sure what happens now. I mean, this is bad. But we do have like lots of other welterweight fighters on this card. So if the UFC wants, they could probably easily bump up someone like Kevin Holland or Tony Ferguson to fight Nate Diaz, but don't expect Nate Diaz to fight someone else. He's not fighting anyone else. I'm pretty sure. I'm convinced. And I'm not even sure if the likes of Ferguson or like Kevin Holland will even agree to, you know, get out of their current fights and possibly face Nate Diaz. I'm not sure if that's how it works. But yeah, Khamzat Chimaev has missed weight. He weighed in at 178.5 pounds, 7.5 pounds over the welterweight limit for a non-title bout. We have Dustin Poirier, who just shared his weight. He is currently 176.6. Could easily make weight for the Nate Diaz fight this weekend. But yeah, that's not happening. It's a shame, man. It's a shame if this fight gets called off, to be honest. But yeah, the fact that like Shimaev was like completely unbothered, his attitude on the scale, that smirk that he was giving, didn't sit well, to be honest, with everyone. Like he was almost pretending like it's not a big deal, which I think it is a big deal because obviously this was Khamzat Shimaev's biggest fight of his career. A huge miss for Khamzat Shimaev, to be honest. Not just the weight cut, man. Like it's the missed opportunity that comes along with it because Khamzat Shimaev has now missed out on potentially the biggest fight of his career. I'm not like this main event for UFC 279 is in jeopardy, and I'm not sure if it's gonna happen now because let's be honest, man, 7 pounds over. I don't think this fight is happening. Let's see what we have on Twitter. Let's see. So yeah, Shimaev does have an extra hour to get rid of the 7.5 pounds extra that he has, but it's not happening. No chance. Paulo Costa. Some people think I should move up to 205. I couldn't make 185, but I did it easily. So they ask how it's possible to make 185 pounds being big like this. I said it is the secret juice. Tony Ferguson weighed in at 171. Um, Nate also weighing in at 171. Just give us Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. That'd be a perfect fight. What is up, my brother? Hussein, what's up, my man? We have Khamzat Chimaev missing weight for UFC 279. So I don't think we're getting Chimaev versus Nate Diaz after all. Looks like it's not happening. Sucks, it sucks, it sucks if we're gonna miss out on this fight. I mean, we were all very hyped up for this fight, this main event, because after what happened before the press conference earlier today, that brawl, that backstage brawl between Chimaev, Kevin Holland, Davin Till getting involved, Nate Diaz, of course. Yeah, bro. Yeah, so with all that backstage brawl and everything going on, yes, Chimaev has been given an extra hour to get rid of the 7.5 pounds he has. But I don't think it's gonna happen, man. Like, how is he gonna cut down 7.5 pounds inside an hour? That's literally going to drain his body. And I just don't think, to be honest, knowing the attitude Kamsa Shimaev has, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even get on the scale for the second time. Let's see, let's see. It's too early to judge. Shimaev is such a bomb. He got this exposed whole weekend. Now he's doing exactly. Shimaev got exposed big time this week, especially by Paulo Costa. To be honest, that brawl sort of thing that they had, him and Costa, Shimaev and Costa, sort of exposed Shimaev right there. Because Costa was all by himself, and Kamsat was like being all cringe. He was like, "Hold me back, so that I don't mess up this guy up, mess this guy up," all that stuff that I was saying. Um, Alright, let's go on Twitter, man. I'm just so bummed out, man. I know this sort of. Let's mute that for a minute. I mean, yeah, I know this sort of. Is there a chance that they make this a catchweight fight? I'm not sure because generally that's what they do. They make fights like these at catchweight, but he's 7.5 pounds over, so I'm not sure. Like if it's like a pound or two, then maybe I think they do it at a catchweight. They do it as a catchweight bout, but he's 7.5 pounds over, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a catchweight bout. And and interestingly enough, Nate Diaz, I don't think he's taking this fight at catchweight. There is no chance Nate Diaz is going to fight at catchweight. And this guy's Nate is like a perfect professional when it comes to all this stuff because he did his work, he made the weight, his opponent didn't. So now I don't think Nate is gonna take this fight at catchweight. But yeah, I would really like to see Nate versus Tony Ferguson, to be honest. Alexander Rakic, give Li Jing Liang show money, win money, suit money, and give him cage side tickets. Exactly. Give him the money and let Tony Ferguson fight Nate Diaz. Does anyone else think this is Darren Till's fault? And we literally have Tony Ferguson and Nate Diaz at 171. And matter of fact, I didn't plan on doing this live stream today because I was going to do the prediction video for the UFC 279 co-main event and main event, but looks like I'll have to cancel on that. What happens next? I mean, I don't know. Khamzat Chimaev has choked on the biggest opportunity that he had. He has missed weight by 7.5 pounds. Ridiculous. Let's see what we have on Twitter if anything news come up. Khamzat has been acting like an absolutely unprofessional fighter as of late, to be honest. After all the shit show that happened yesterday and all the weight missing and all that stuff, he even flipped the bird on camera while he was on the scale. Khamzat, that is unbelievable. To be honest, this entire week, Khamzat Chimaev has been like the big villain. I mean, he was sort of the villain heading into this fight. He's called himself the hitman that the UFC hired to get rid of Nate Diaz, blah, 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 blah. And this is what happens. This is how the hitman of the UFC turns in for the weigh-ins. 7.5 pounds over the actual limit, actual welterweight limit. Sucks. I mean, this could have been like Khamzat's biggest victory potentially if he had beaten Nate Diaz in this weekend. Definitely the biggest fight of his career, bigger than Gilbert Burns, I must say. But now that he has missed weight, he has possibly given up. Like he has possibly lost the opportunity to fight for the welterweight championship as well. This whole week had such an amazing build up. The whole community coming to Nate Diaz's support this week was heartwarming, though. It was. I mean, most of us were sort of rooting for Nate Diaz because Khamzat was being such an asshole, to be honest, and all the things that he had said leading up to this fight, blah blah blah. We were all sort of like hoping that okay, maybe Nate Diaz could pull off a surprise win this weekend, and shut up comes out for good and shut up UFC for good. Sort of like what happened back with Giga Chikadze, right? He was speaking so much shit before that fight against Calvin Cater, and then he paid the price for it. He even spoke shit about the champion back then, Alexander Volkanovski. He said that he called him out for fighting a bum like the Korean zombie. That was Giga Chikadze's comments. Now we have Khamzat speaking so much shit leading up to this fight, getting into backstage brawls against Paulo Costa of all people. I want to see Dana's reaction to this whole scenario so badly. Same, same, same. This will be, I mean, this will be worth it. After what happened yesterday, Dana is like fuming probably because he had to call off a press conference, and now you have Khamzat Chimaev missing weight, possibly his biggest asset in the UFC right now. That's such a bad look for the UFC and for Khamzat. Let's see. Nate Diaz holds all the cards right now. If Khamzat misses weight, Diaz makes weight. The balls and talents going to contribute to sunset clause. And I just don't think this fight's happening now. All right. So Ariel Helwani tweeting out saying that I'm told the reason why Khamzat Shimaev missed weight by so much was due to a medical issue, a reported medical issue. Unclear what it is and how it affects him long term. So I'm not sure. what happens there, but we do know that this fight is probably not happening. Such a bummer, that one, because really want to see this fight. But honestly, now if you look at it, Nate Diaz can leave the UFC with ease. He doesn't even have to fight Khamzat. He'll be like, "Fuck you, Dana White. I'm out of here." But yeah, there goes my prediction video. I was working on my prediction video right before this live, and now it's of no use. If you're just joining us, Khamzat Chimaev has missed weight by 7.5 pounds over the limit of the welterweight limit, that is. Is it possible that the UFC could actually bump Tony Ferguson up to the main event spot and have him fight Nate Diaz? Is that possible? Is that even possible? People want to see that fight so bad. Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz now. I mean, that was a fight people actually had been calling for quite some time, leading up to Nate's last fight, obviously, before it got announced that he was going to fight Khamzat. I mean, but yeah, is it now possible that we could see Tony Ferguson get bumped up to that main event spot and he goes on to fight Nate Diaz? I don't think that's possible, right? I mean, but yeah, Tony was like in camp for Li Jingliang, right? He was preparing for Li Jingliang, so I just don't think that's possible even to have him fight uh, Nate Diaz. Who else has missed weight? I think there are a lot of people who have missed weight today. Why do I feel that way? Let's just quickly check. UFC 279. Hmm. Wait, why does this say Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez at catch weight? What? Let's celebrate the fact at least Nate's get to go on his own terms and he's gonna get paid handsomely too without even fighting Shimaev. So it's all that. Exactly. It's not that bad for Nate. And yeah, Tony moving up to fighting Nate is sort of disrespectful to Li Jingliang. Yeah, but it's a very weak main event if they sort of bump that fight up to the main event spot. It's a very weak main event, to be honest. For a pay-per-view, I mean. I mean, Li Jingliang versus Tony Ferguson could be like a very weak main event. Has anyone else missed weight? All right, so we have Hakim Dawodu missing weight. Another good fight. I think this is in the prelims. Yes, this is a prelims main event. The featherweight bout between Hakim Dawodu and Julian Erosa. Dawodu has missed weight now by 3.5 pounds. Unbelievable. This is insane, man. Has anyone else missed weight? Kamza Shimai missing weight. Irene Aldana has missed weight. It's now a 140-pound catchweight bout. Messi Chiasson has missed weight as well. I mean, what the hell? These two are fighting each other. Both of them missed weight. This is unprofessional, to be honest. Imagine Masvidal shows up as a late replacement. That'd be nice. I'm not sure though. To be honest, I'm not sure if Nate's fighting anyone at this point. Even if it's like Connor showing up for a trilogy at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. So Macy Chiasson and Irene Aldana both have missed weight. Both were on the main card as well, fighting each other, of course. Who else has missed weight for UFC 279? Um, all right, Daniel Rodriguez missed weight. What is going on? He stepped in at 179. Excuse me, Kevin Holland has made weight. Daniel Rodriguez missed weight as well. 179. Oh my God, what is going on? This is unbelievable. How has Daniel Rodriguez missed weight by 179? That is 9 pounds over the welterweight limit. That's worse than Khamzat Chimaev. Ah man, this is bad. This is really bad. So we have Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez fighting at catchweight. I'm not sure. I think there is a possibility of Khamzat versus Nate happening at catchweight now. Now that it has been pointed out, now that it has been cleared that UFC actually is doing a fight on the same card with Daniel Rodriguez missing weight by 9 pounds. He's weighed in at 179. So I think there is a possibility that Nate Diaz versus Khamzat could be a catchweight bout. But the thing is, will Nate Diaz even agree to that? Like, I don't think he has like any sort of obligation to agree to fight at catchweight. Not sure. I'm just saying, but maybe he won't. To be honest, I don't want to see a catchweight bout. I mean, Khamzat was already going to decimate Nate Diaz. So if he's like having such a big weight advantage over him, it's going to make things worse for Nate. Just just give us Kevin Holland versus Li Jingliang in the co-main event and Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz in the main event. I'm sorry, but Daniel Rodriguez got to go home. Or maybe you could do Daniel Rodriguez versus Khamzat Chimaev. Let's see if there's anything new on Twitter. Making weight right now, we have Chris Barnett, heavyweight. He's the last guy to weigh in. So after this, we'll be waiting for Khamzat Chimaev for the second time. Big boy, Chris Barnett. Let's see if he makes weight. Oh my God. Chris Barnett has missed weight as well. Jesus Christ. This fight card is absolutely cursed. This fight card is absolutely cursed. Chris Barnett has missed weight. There are like people missing weight left, right, and center, man, on this main event, on this main card, on this entire card. What is happening, yo? Chimaev, though, he's missed weight by 1.5 pounds, but yeah, he should be fine. He'll probably get the extra hour. But it's crazy how everyone is like missing weight on this card. That sucks. I wanted to see Nate fight. Same, I wanted to see Nate fight, especially if this is going to be his last fight in the UFC. Just before he goes on to fight maybe someone like Jake Paul in the world of boxing. So yeah, just before Nate switches over to boxing, maybe we could really want to see him fight one more time in the UFC, man. Because this was probably the last time we'd see a Diaz brother compete inside the UFC octagon. Because Nick is never fighting again, I'm pretty convinced. And Nate, I'm not sure if he's fighting ever again. All right, let's see. What do we have? I need updates on Khamzat and versus Nate Diaz. I need updates on the main event. Mm, 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 mm. This isn't like the first time Khamzat Chimaev has been like in trouble with making weight. In the past, he has issues with weight cutting. UFC 267, I believe, was the one occasion. The one, in fact, you see in the background of this live stream and also in the thumbnail was, in fact, from UFC 267. So yeah, that was the occasion, I think, when Khamzat struggled with weight and he somehow made it. He fought Li Jingliang on that card, if you guys remember, won via submission. But yeah, I really want to say Nate Diaz versus wait, what the hell? Khamzat Chimaev. If I can show this to you guys, he's posting memes about missing weight on his Twitter. So that's kind of sucks. I mean, not a good look on this guy. Kamzat should have at least made it clear, like Costa did, that he's not gonna make weight. That's why we love Costa so much. Exactly, exactly. I mean, I sort of hated Costa at one point, but he's such a fun character that you gotta love him. I really hope that Paulo Costa signs an extension, a contract extension with the UFC. I really hope. What kind of suck for the UFC to let go someone like Paulo Costa? He's very good asset to that middleweight division. Yeah, so like I was saying, like Paulo Costa, yeah, good asset to the middleweight division. Um, Looks like my internet is causing some problems. Come on. Yeah, it's there are some internet issues at the moment. Should be fine in a minute, I hope. How come we have 22 people watching? What the hell? That's like the most I've ever had in a live stream. He will consider. He's looking to build up a fight with Shimaev and Whitaker. UFC needs Costa more than Costa needs them because he's a Twitter king. His following is unreal. Absolutely, absolutely. I, I would really love to see Paulo Costa versus Khamzat because Khamzat didn't want that smoke against Costa when they had that brawl sort of thing a few days ago. So I would really like to see them fight at 185. And honestly, does anyone else think that Khamzat Shimaev is better off at middleweight? I think that's like the perfect weight division for him now, to be honest. It's not the first time he's had issue making weight at 170. Whoa, okay. So Cole Shelton on Twitter, he said that I talked to someone in Diaz's camp who said Kamzat fights not going to happen. They believe Shimaev didn't even try to make the weight and is basically cheating. The consensus around Diaz's team is that he's either going to fight Tony Ferguson or not fight at all. If I was a betting man, I would say he's not fighting at all because there is no way Nate Diaz is taking another fight in the last minute. There's no way he's like taking another fight against a new opponent. Is what I mean. All right, so the guys in the UFC live weigh-in show are playing games. They're in no such rush. Mm, 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 mm. Nothing new on Khamzat Chimaev so far, other than the fact that he is trolling like himself on Twitter. Yeah, he does have an extra hour, so it would be nice if the UFC sort of gave us the timer for the extra hour. Not sure how much time he has left. All right, so okay, so as per Jose Youngs of MMA Fighting, per UFC officials, Khamzat Chimaev will not be cutting any more weight. There you have it. This fight is off. I can confidently say that this fight is not happening. There is something ridiculously wrong with my internet right now, but I'll try to keep sticking with you guys as long as I can. But it looks like that fight is not happening. Let's see what the guys on the weigh-in show have to say. He's better at middleweight, but he's a weight bully, can't fight guys of his size, and Burns knocks him down. Then I wonder what a head kick from Paulo would do to him. Absolutely, absolutely agreed. Comes that, yeah, sort of like a weight bully at this point, to be honest. Because how does he miss weight by 7.5 pounds? Like, basically, I think you might say that Kamzat was sort of trying to cheat his way into a catchweight bout. I'm not sure why, because he has all the tools to what it takes to win this fight against Nate Diaz. of this Khamzat guy. Hard to disagree at this point. I mean, he has ruined a perfectly hyped up main event, hyped up pay per view for all of us, to be honest. We were all so excited for this pay per view now, especially after what happened in these last few days. After Before the press conference, of course, that brawl that broke out in backstage, which eventually cancelled the press conference. Could you believe it? Dana White actually cancelled the entire press conference. So it must have gotten really heated at that point. And now this fight is not happening. This absolutely sucks, man. Let's see. Diaz versus Ferguson, Chimaev versus Holland. Why would you put Chimaev versus Holland in there? Why? Why does Marcel Dorf want to see Holland get beat up like that? But yeah, Kevin Holland, and so yeah, what I'm saying, Kevin Holland and Shimaev have had some good heated issues against each other. So there's a fight that might happen some point down the road. It's sort of crazy how Kevin Holland came from the middleweight division. He wanted to turn his career around at welterweight, and he has done so perfectly so far. Made weight on all occasions, got the victories that he needed. Child Sonnen on Twitter. Here's so Nate gets his show money and gets out of his contract without even having to beat up Shimaev. The Diaz master plan. I mean, he probably wasn't going to beat up Shimaev that bad as he made it sound there, but we'll have to now wait and see, because the word on Twitter apparently is that Khamzat Shimaev isn't going to take the extra to cut any more weight. I'll just quickly type it out on the chat. Yeah, that is the word on Twitter. Like, Khamzat Chimaev isn't expected to cut any more weight. All right, is he on the scale again? Nah, this was the highlight. Never mind. Let's see if anything new has popped up on Twitter. Cliffs note Chimaev off by 7.5 pounds. Main event is in serious jeopardy. Aldana Chiosan moved to catchweight at 140. Both women featherweights needed the box to make 146 pounds. 5'9" heavyweight Chris Barnett missed weight. Hakim Daoud misses weight and won't cut further. Bilal Muhammad, me versus Khamzat at 185, Tony versus Nate at 170. Leash can be the special guest referee. Make it a tag team match. Casey O'Neill straight up calling Khamzat unprofessional as fuck, which I agree with completely. It's very unprofessional from Khamzat, man. He did all of us dirty, to be honest. He tried to take a way out, a shortcut basically, and now it looks like he's not gonna fight. I mean, let's be honest, we all wanted to see Nate Diaz fight for the final time in the UFC, because there's no way he's fighting anyone else. Bryce Mitchell on Twitter saying that fuck it, Khamzat versus Barnett. Yeah, do it, do it. Put Khamzat in there with the monster. crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how Nate Diaz, a 37-year-old Nate Diaz, is like going out there making weight on every occasion almost. I say almost because I'm pretty sure he's missed weight in the past. But yeah, 37-year-old Nate Diaz going out there, still professional, making weight, whereas you have the hottest prospect at welterweight, the one and only Khamzat Chimaev, who is like touted as the hottest prospect in the entire UFC, was on the verge of possibly fighting for the championship even. Now has possibly lost the biggest fight of his career against Nate Diaz and has possibly lost the opportunity to fight for the championship because it's confirmed that he's not getting the title shot next, and it's confirmed that we are getting Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman 2. Khamzat will probably have to go out there and beat someone else, maybe someone like, I don't know, Bilal Muhammad if he continues to fight. I think he'll continue to fight welterweight, but yeah, he'll go out there and probably have to beat someone like Bilal maybe. But it sucks, man. UFC should have never done this fight. Should have never booked this fight in the first place because it's such terrible, terrible matchmaking. Uh, Now they're paying the price for it. Karma for Dana White. Maybe DC can show Khamzat the towel trick. But even a towel is not going to help Khamzat at this point. 7.5 pounds. Nah, man. Dana should call the fight off for missing weight. Absolutely. But it's Dana White, man. He needs the pay-per-view money. He needs the pay-per-view gates. He's not going to call off the fight. It's going to be Nate Diaz who calls his fight off. Let's see if anything new has popped up on Twitter. Should we jump to Reddit for a minute there? Alan Juban says just trained with Dustin Poirier. He's on weight and down to work with the UFC. Even has wheels. That is an airplane he's talking about. On standby, I say give the man a chance. UFC 279. Oh man. Alan Joban says that the UFC should do. Yeah, so Alan Joban says that the UFC should do Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier. I'm not sure if that's happening because Dustin is obviously fighting Michael Chandler next. So, nah, man, we are not getting a main event this weekend. If you guys are new to the channel, drop a like, please. Drop a subscribe, hit the subscribe button, maybe if you like it. If you like the live stream, I can see we have 36 people watching this live stream. This is the most I've ever had on live stream. So thank you all for that. And the bad news is we are probably not getting Nate Diaz. We're probably not getting a Nate Diaz fight this weekend because Khamzat Chimaev has missed weight by 7.5 pounds. And yeah, it looks like Nate is not taking that catchweight bout. DC and everyone else is having fun on the weigh-in show. Can they just give us an update instead of having us sit around? up. What else do we have? Let's see. For sure, bro. What about Shafkat? I would love to see Shafkat versus Kamzat at some point down the road. Because a lot of people sleep on Shafkat Rakhmonov, to be honest. They think that he's like not ready yet or something like that. Because just because he hasn't had that push, so to speak, like Khamzat Chimaev did in the UFC, just because he hasn't had that momentum, maybe like Khamzat did originally when he came into the UFC, because Khamzat obviously fought his first two fights inside 10 days in the UFC, and that's what got everyone talking about this guy. He never got hit in those fights. I guess he probably got hit once leading up to that Gilbert Burns fight. So maybe that is the reason why people didn't really notice Shavkat Rakhmonov. But trust me, man, Shavkat Rakhmonov is a future welterweight champion. He has to be. He has to be a proper contender to be a champion at some day, because he's a legitimate threat in the 170 division. This guy is brilliant. He's good in his striking, in terms of his striking. He has great reach, and he's great on the ground as well. So Shavkat Rakhmonov, man, watch out for him. Just because he hasn't had that Khamzat Chimaev hype train around him doesn't mean that he's not good. Doesn't mean that people will sleep on him. I say give him the test. Yeah, but I don't think Shavkat is gonna fight Nate Diaz. Not at this moment. I would really like to see Shavkat versus Khamzat at some point. Honestly, there are high chances that Khamzat might get exposed by someone like Shavkat. He almost got exposed by Gilbert Burns, mind you that. And if we do get someone like Khamzat versus maybe Colby Covington, Khamzat could be in trouble. Colby has elite wrestling, so Khamzat might find himself in deep trouble if he ever fights Colby Covington. But yeah, we need Colby Covington back in the UFC, man. What are the other options that Khamzat Chimaev has? I mean, let's check. Let's check the UFC rankings, the welterweight rankings. Excuse me. Let's see the rankings. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Khamzat is sitting at number 3. We have obviously Colby at number 2, and there after that we have Gilbert Burns at number 4 and Bilal at number 5. That's basically the top 5. Kamaru's obviously the number 1 contender now, Usman. So yeah, I would say Colby Covington versus Khamzat Chimaev is the fight to make. And I'm just imagining in my mind what the press conference and what the lead up to that fight is going to be like. It's going to be hilarious watching Colby Covington go off on someone like Khamzat Chimaev. He calls him cum shot just to begin with. And could you imagine a press conference between those two guys? It's gonna be unreal stuff. Mm, 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 mm. What else do we have on Twitter? I think the last time someone like this missed weight was when Charles Oliveira missed weight by slight margin, um, which unfortunately led to him forcing to vacate the lightweight title, get a job. Arthur Abyss. I have a job, bro. What the fuck? So it looks like Chris Barnett won't be cutting weight any further either. He missed the heavyweight. He missed by 1.5 pounds for that heavyweight bout as well. Yeah. But the big news of the day is Khamzat Chimaev missing weight, 7.5 pounds. Chris Barnett now becomes the second heavyweight to miss weight after Justin Tafa, who missed weight last December. There was also an instant when heavyweight Justin Willis had weight cutting complications and was unable to compete at UFC 208. Nothing new on Khamzat Chimaev so far. Nothing on the Wayne show as well. These guys are playing stupid games. So yeah, I don't think we're getting Khamzat on the scale again. And it looks like this fight is getting called off. If Khamzat, hard to disagree. He's ruined a perfectly good fight week for us now, Khamzat Chimaev. I mean, if you're a Khamzat Chimaev fan, I'm sorry to say that, but to be honest, it is what it is. This was going so smoothly. I mean, we had all the elements for a perfectly good pay-per-view. We had that backstage brawl as well yesterday that cancelled the press conference. So you could imagine what the situation was like between the two camps of Khamzat and Nate Diaz. That is, things were getting intense, things were getting heated, but now it's not. We're not getting that fight anymore. I'm pretty sure. The worst part of about all of this is like the UFC is not even giving us an update. We deserve an update at least. And the stupid Wayne game show, DC Laura Sanko playing games. Come on, just give us an update. I don't think we're getting any more updates till the 1 hour that's been provided to comes out runs out. So as long as that 1 hour is up, I think we'll probably get an update. No new updates so far, nothing on Twitter as well. All I can tell you is that Nate Diaz is um, not interested in fighting someone who came overweight. It's the last report that came out on Twitter. And apparently, if you ask me, I just don't think that Khamzat Chimaev even tried. I don't think he tried making weight. So yeah, there we have it. Nothing new, nothing new, nothing new on Twitter. No updates. Really want to see what happened between Khamzat and Kevin Holland in that backstage brawl, to be honest. Because this fight week has been so bizarre because Khamzat Chimaev, obviously, I mean, he has been the talk of the town leading up to the UFC 279 pay-per-view. Honestly, not for the best of reasons. He has been the talk of the town, and he got into a brawl with Paulo Costa. Didn't exactly get into a brawl, almost got into a brawl with Paulo Costa. Apparently got into a brawl yesterday before the press conference, and now he misses weight for his biggest fight ever in the UFC till date by 7.5 pounds. Not good signs, man. Not good signs. I really want to see Dana White's reaction to all of this. But looks like I'll have to make some changes to that prediction video that I was working on earlier today. Probably just stick to making the prediction video based on the UFC 279 co-main event, which still is, by the way, Tony Ferguson and Li Jingliang. It's crazy how leading up to UFC 279, people were like, Nate Diaz is gonna get battered. He's gonna get beat up brutally by Khamzat Chimaev. All that stuff people were saying about Khamzat possibly beating Nate Diaz in comprehensive fashion, and now things have completely taken a turn. Unreal stuff. But yeah, I think I just might end this live stream because we pretty much discussed everything that could have possibly discussed. Khamzat has missed weight by 7.5 pounds. If you guys are new to the stream by any chance, and he has been given the extra hour to cut the weight, but it looks like he won't be cutting weight any further. And on top of that, even if he does somehow manage to, get down to maybe I say 174 at best, which isn't happening. I just don't think this fight is going to take place at catch weight by any chance. So there are chances that for Nate Diaz's final fight in the UFC, we are not actually going to see him fight, which is crazy because after this, Nate Diaz is going straight off to boxing, I would say. Also, he has his own promotion now to look forward to, so he'll probably be focusing on that a lot, as well as the boxing. So, yeah, it looks like we are not getting an Nate Diaz fight after all in his final bout in his current contract, that is. As for Khamzat Chimaev, he has just blown the opportunity to fight for the title in his next fight. If he was victorious over Nate Diaz, I'm pretty sure he was getting the title shot because he has already beaten Gilbert Burns. But now it looks like it'll be interesting to see how Dana White and the UFC deals with this entire situation featuring Khamzat Chimaev and all the drama around him. Because to be honest, he has been sort of unprofessional about it. Khamzat, the tweet that he just made out, if you guys haven't checked it out, go on Twitter, go to Khamzat's profile, you can easily find it. That tweet isn't going to help him either because he's basically taking the piss out of everyone. By everyone, I mean all of us as well, because we have been robbed of a good pay-per-view, good fight week. And yeah, and I just don't think this fight is happening. That's basically my entire take on this. Hi, I'm from Taiwan. Hi, what's up? Good to see people from all around the world. We have Hussein, who I was talking to the other day during UFC Paris. He's from Pakistan. Now we have a viewer from Taiwan as well. That's really good to see, man. If you guys are new to this channel, I would really appreciate if you guys could like subscribe maybe. And yeah, if you like the live stream, if you like what I'm doing, maybe you could hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Feel free to do anything you want. I'm just putting out the word. But yeah, I like to discuss MMA. I like to discuss football. That's why I do this. What a complete disaster. Smiling and shrugging it off to help isn't going to help Khamzat's cause. Absolutely. Absolute disaster on Khamzat's behalf. But yeah, looks like that is it for this live stream. There is nothing new on Twitter as well. I don't see any new updates. The UFC live show, that is, has ended as well. So I'm not sure what the final verdict was. Let's see. If yeah, it looks like this fight is not happening. It looks like this fight is called off because the live stream has ended on the UFC's official channel as well. And yeah, there we have it. Khamzat Chimaev possibly not fighting this weekend. Even if he does, Diaz is definitely not fighting. So we don't exactly know what the status of the main event for UFC 279 is. With that being said, I'll end this live stream as well. I'll see you guys soon for possibly a football related live stream, or I'll hopefully do a UFC 217 and watch along this weekend as well, depending on what the main event is. But yeah, I'll probably just do one. But yeah, the final verdict is that Khamzat Chimaev has missed weight 7.5 pounds. Nate Diaz is not fighting at catch weight. There is no chance, even though there is not an official word out yet. Don't expect this fight to happen. And yeah, that's it for this live stream, guys. I'll see you in the next one. And thank you all for joining. I had a total viewing of 55 today at one point, which is the highest. I still have 38. I can still see there are 38 people watching.